Look who it is. Tweedledum and Tweedle-Idiot. You will both report here after school to do some unpaid labor in the office.
Like an internship?
No, like a punishment. You're in trouble.
Okay, that made me laugh. She's an actress. She is clearly a comedian. You've seen her in a number of movies this morning. We've got Coco Brown here to talk about a charity event that's taking place in Fayetteville. Glad to have you with us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
You brought Wigs with you.
Yes.
And there is a reason, because
Yes.
this event is called the Wigs of Love event. So
Yes.
explain what this is about.
Wigs of Love is a foundation that I formed in memory of my girlfriend Vanessa and my Aunt G. My friend Vanessa, I lost her to breast cancer, and I lost my Aunt G to lupus.
Okay.
And I was partnering with Vanessa with her Pink Strides organization for many years, and then when she passed away, I had been giving her wigs because she had lost her hair due to chemo and radiation over the years. And when her daughter sent me all the wigs back, and I didn't send her nothing cheap, I sent her some nice wigs.
Yes.
And I said, what can I do with these wigs? And I thought about all the other women who've probably lost their hair.
Yes.
So I began to gift women. I would just put it out on social media. So Wigs of Love was kind of founded from me gifting women who had lost their hair, that were battling either cancer or lupus and needed to, you know, feel good about themselves and wanted to look like themselves.
Well, let's talk about that, because, you know, for women, different things mean something, right?
Yes.
And especially
Yes.
for African-American women.
Yes.
The hair is really, really important.
It is.
Isn't it?
We're extremes, and I
Right?
love that about us as African-American women. We can be full bald, or we can have hair down to the floor.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's just about our expression. And I met so many women during the foundation that I was working with Vanessa, you know, that, you know, had lost their hair, and it made them kind of shrink, because our hair sometimes is our crowning glory.
That's right.
It took us so many years to get to that Grace Jones period of like, I'm gonna shave it all off.
Yes.
You know, and so because I was gifted wigs that were custom made, and, you know, wigs that were made for me, and I just started giving, and I realized how these women would just perk up. So with Wigs of Love, it's like I'm giving these women this experience to be able to have a Hollywood glam weekend with a professional photo shoot, hairstylist, makeup artist, you know, just be treated like a queen and have a portrait of themselves that they are battling lupus, that they are winning against lupus, and that their hair doesn't define them, they're still beautiful.
That is so important, that self-worth, isn't
Yes,
it? And to know that
absolutely.
you're not in it alone. I love the wigs that you brought
Thank
with you.
you.
And you were telling me when we were off camera before we came back on, they all have names.
They all have names.
So tell me who we've got here.
Yes, we have Shaka. You know, we have Mimi. We have Beyonce. Yes, we have Tina, and then of course my wonderful one, Miss Gladys. You know,
Gladys,
my mother
front.
loved to bang. Honey,
That's right. And I'm telling you, I felt these are absolutely. This is actual hair.
This is actual human hair.
Human hair.
Yes, it is. You know, high grade. I mean, it's just beautifully made. They are custom made. For the women of the shape of their heads.
Okay.
But we also style them, color them to their liking. You know, we're just not slapping a wig on you and saying, just go. No, girl, what do you like? I see you like blonde and a little bit of spike. Okay, let's
For the
give
summer,
you that.
yes.
Right, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Or you like a good curl pattern, or you want some blonde highlights. We make sure that it represents who they are. They're just not walking around looking like somebody else. They're still themselves.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
What kind of response do you get from the women? Can you talk about that?
Just to see their faces when our camera guy, you know, our celebrity photographer, Antoine Dwayne Jones, shouts you out, he'll show them pictures of themselves, and the way their face lights up. It's like they're like, oh my God, after they've seen the makeup and the hair and everything. And it makes my heart just burst, because these are women who have seen themselves, you know, change because of the disease, and to see maybe their old selves or a new improved self, or just seeing themselves all over again. It's wonderful to see that joy in their faces. And then they have a portrait to take home to remind them every day they walk by, like, girl, you still got it.
Are you looking for nominations?
I am still looking for
now?
nominations,
Okay.
yes. We've gotten some great submissions. We're just asking people to submit to the wigsoflove.org website. It's just a short paragraph nominating someone you know that has lupus, who has suffered hair loss, or just needs to be celebrated, and a weekend of being made to feel beautiful. You know, submit them, and we're going to be choosing 4 people, but at this point we may be choosing more because the submissions are insane, but we're still taking the submissions up until April 30th.
I love that.
Yeah.
And okay, so you've got a brunch coming up.
Yes, and we have a wonderful brunch coming up. My friend Terry Crook, who's very proficient and philanthropic, she's going to be hosting. My friend Kenwan Meeks from the Ken Meeks Show is going to be working the red carpet. We have great performances by Tony Terry.
Love it.
Tony Terry is going to be performing with you, of course, and Emerald Green, who is a Grammy Award-winning poet, is going to be there giving us some great poetry and inspiration.
Wonderful.
The mayor of Fayetteville is confirmed. So I'm really excited, you know, that we're going to be doing this in Fayetteville, where I live, and also bringing it back to the community.
That is great. And very quickly, like real quick, before we let you go,
Yes.
you got any projects you're working on? Because you just make us laugh.
Yes, Praise This on Peacock. I'm also on Big Door Prize on Apple TV. You can always check me out on those great reruns of For Better or Worse on BET Plus. Also, make sure you check me out on the new season of Never Have I Ever, and also 911 off. Still working on 911.
Love it. All of that. So we put, by the way, all the information about the event coming up, the brunch coming up, Wigs of Love, and this interview online at atlantanewsfirst.com.